Hi, we're at Telco AI Summit Europe, and I'm joined by Liv Elise Tøftum from Telenor Norway. Liv, can you tell me what your keynote will be about?
Yes, my keynote will be about correlation or causality. It's like how can you actually tell the real effect that a product has on your customer, for instance, churn. So very often when we are looking into a new product, we will see, does this product make the customer churn more or less? And what we then usually is looking at is the observed churn. You're looking at the churn for those customers who has that product and comparing to the total customer base. What you won't know is if the effect that you see is a correlation effect or if it's a causality. In other words, is it the more loyal customer who's signing up for the product in the first place? Can you actually give the credit for that lower churn to that product? So that is what I will address, and a method that we have developed to be able to separate those two measurements.
That's great. And can you tell me more about Telenor Norway's recent rollout about 5G and how that relates to the customer loyalty?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. The network experience, both the network capacity, the network speed, is extremely important to our customers. It's probably the most important single metric when a customer is choosing their mobile operator. And in Telenor, we are as fortunate as being awarded to have the world's fastest mobile network, which is of course very important to the customers. And this is on the old 4G technology. And with 5G now coming, we're going to see totally different speed and new opportunities. So it's important for us to be ahead, and that's why we have started with 5G pilots. We have in total 8 pilots planned. Some of them have already been rolled out. The first 1 year ago in Kongsberg, and now we're moving on with different pilots across the country and for different use cases. And the aim of those pilots is, of course, to test, to see the user experiences and to adjust and also get feedback on what is working well and what's not working well. And currently we're getting very good customer feedback, and they're also reporting on speeds exceeding 500 megabit per second, and we're expecting speeds to exceed 1 gigabit per second, which is of course extremely high, and can give total new experiences when it comes to gaming, augmented reality, fixed mobile broadband substitution, and so on.
That's great. What else are you also working on at Telenor Norway? What is in the pipeline that we should know about?
Yes, so I talked about 5G, and then of course also we're working on other network. We're working on rolling out fiber. We're taking down our complete copper network in Norway now. So we're moving all customers over from fixed line access on the old DSL and copper line over to fiber or mobile connections. And also when it comes to services to the customers, which will utilize these technologies, we're looking into IoT services, like for instance tracking, where we're having a pilot out now. And we are always looking into how we can increase our what we call ecosystem to the customer, adding more services, adding more channels where we can reach the customer. And we're also working with the security domain and making sure that we are utilizing. We have a very trusted brand, Telenor, and we can use that also to develop new products within the security domain. So for instance, we have ID insurance, ID theft insurance, and we also have products that is keeping our customers safe when they are doing their online browsing. Protecting you from going into malicious sites, etc. And we are working in that domain to make our customers even more secure on the net.
That's great. And what impact will MNO models have on data management strategies?
Yeah, that's a very good question, because I was just talking about the ecosystem and how we are expanding our services, and we are doing that both by developing our new services in-house, but also through partnerships will be just more and more important going forward. And that means that you have new value chains that is all generating data, and we need to get that data together in one place. So it's really important that we always have data in mind first when we think about new services, new channels. Always think data first and have the infrastructure in place to collect the data so that we can use it for reporting, for insight and analytics, for predictioning, and so on. And also, of course, to develop better services in the end.
That's great, but what else are you looking forward to at Telco AI Europe, or what do you like most about the content that's available this year?
Yeah, I think it's really interesting to see. We're talking a bit now more about the AI hype than before, I think there is enormous potential in AI, but also along the last couple of years, when people have started experimenting, that we also see the challenges. And it's interesting to see that also others are facing the same challenges, but also see how they tackle the same challenges as we are facing, and to get inspiration from our peers in Europe.
That's great. Thank you very much for talking to me, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the event.
Thank you so much for having me.
Take care.
Thank you.